So those of you who have joined, please allow us a couple of minutes. I'm still seeing people joining in. So we're just 2 minutes above the scheduled time. So we should hopefully start it in next couple of minutes. Yeah, so please be a little patient. Thank you. All right, I think we should start. We are already 5 minutes above the time. So people who would be joining, we can probably recap the message as we go along the webinar. So very good afternoon to everyone who has joined, taken their precious time out. So today, as you can see, it's a very unusual theme. So we are talking about a real estate company. And I believe it is not just Godrej. There are other companies, real estate companies, where stock has gone up. A lot of people feel whether it is the right time to invest into real estate. But let me tell you, when it comes to investing money, today we have four options where we can put in our funds, which is real estate, equity, gold, and debt funds. So a lot of us invest into FDs, debt funds, into bonds. A lot of people invest into golds, which has been a physically very important investment. But today we can invest through index funds and bonds. But if you look at wealth creation, अगर हम wealth की बात करते हैं, तो बहुत क्लियर है कि wealth जो है we can only create through equity and real estate. चाहे हम बिजनेसमैन हैं, चाहे हम सर्विस कर रहे हैं, बट फैक्ट ये है कि जो इन्फ्लेशन है एंड इफ यू आर एक्चुअली लुकिंग टू क्रिएट वेल्थ, इट हैज टू बी रियल एस्टेट एंड इक्विटी. अगर हम रियल एस्टेट की बात करें, जो कि आज का वेबिनार का मेन फोकस है, तो रियल एस्टेट में वी हैव सीन अ ह्यूज शिफ्ट पोस्ट कोविड. तो आप सब लोग कुछ लोग मतलब बाहर हैं रियल एस्टेट के, सम पीपल हैव बीन एक्टिवली इन्वेस्टिंग. But whatever your thought process is, but one thing is very sure, what we have seen over the last 3 years post-COVID, it has opened eyes for many of us. A lot of people have made money. और अगर हम दिल्ली एनसीआर की बात करें तो जो माइक्रो मार्केट जहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा चेंज आया है, दैट हैज़ बिन नोएडा एक्सप्रेसवे. So it has been because of excellent infrastructure. It has been because of connectivity. We are seeing a lot of expressways. A lot of development has happened in the last couple of years. Or right now, as I'm talking, there is a developer which is launching, which is doing allocation on Yamuna Expressway today. So what I'm hearing is they are sold out. That is Yamuna Expressway. And a few years back, who would have thought कि वहाँ पे development and prices are upwards of 10,000 rupees per foot. तो तो यहाँ पे अगर हम बात करें, देर आर सेवरल रियल स्टेट प्लेयर्स, बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द टॉप थ्री, ओनली अ फ्यू नेम्स विल क्रॉप अप, मे बी डीएलएफ, प्रेस्टीज, MR. So those are the kind of names. But one developer which has been in recently in news for variety of things, it has been Godrej. तो अगर हम गोदरेज की बात करें तो some of the news I will just share with you. So Godrej has become the largest publicly listed company in terms of total sales in India. अगर हम शेयर प्राइस की बात करें तो गोदरेज का जो शेयर प्राइस है, इट हैज गिवन मोर देन 100% रिटर्न्स इन लास्ट 1 ईयर. अगर हम प्रोजेक्ट्स की बात करें, देयर हैज बीन न्यूज अ फ्यू डेज बैक, गोदरेज इज लॉन्चिंग projects which will be almost like 21 million square feet of development, which will amount to almost 30,000 crore of in terms of revenue. So that is another thing. And if I talk about their stocks, so Morgan Stanley has also upgraded the Godrej rating because there is also a parallel news where Godrej has acquired some land parcels worth 1,000 crore, which is going to translate into 7,800 crore revenue. तो ये जो सारी चीजें मैं बता रहा हूँ, तो दिस मेक्स गोदरेज लीडिंग प्लेयर इन टर्म्स ऑफ दिस ग्रोथ दैट वी आर सीइंग इन रियल स्टेट. और अगर आप लोग जो यहाँ पे जिन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है, तो आप समझो कि रियल स्टेट में अगर हमें कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन कमाना है, अगर हमें वैल्यू क्रिएट करनी है, तो इट इज ओनली 3 factors. So we have to invest with the best of players, and Godrej, as I mentioned, is now one of the leading players, showing the way to other developers. Second is in terms of location. So another thing that is differentiating Godrej is in terms of acquiring land parcels. So they have acquired some strategic land parcels in center of Noida, on the Noida expressway. So today we are going to talk about one such project, जहाँ पे there was a lot of attention when the phase 1 was launched last year. Phase 2 was launched just a few days back, and both these projects have been lapped up anything by end users and investors. So I have here with me Mr. Karan from Godrej, who has been in the limelight, and because these phases have happened so close that I don't think he would be having many comfortable nights, because there has been a lot of demand from the market. And Karan will be giving us a glimpse of what happened in the last phase, and also talk about the existing phase of the projects, its features. And I believe people who have been on the fringes, आप लोग visit पे आओ, don't just go by what we are saying. Come to the site, come to the experience center that Godrej has created, and I will hand it over to Karan to talk further about the project.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you for such a warm introduction. And good morning, everyone. And thank you for sparing time and joining the session. Now, since Nitin sir almost summarized everything, that Noida is again a very growing market. In this, if I talk about the potential, so the potential is with such certain handful developers who are the listed or the A grade developers, basically, which we talk about. So Godrej as an organization, we are a 125-year-old company with the projects pan India. So it's not about a region development which we are talking about. It is about a developer who has been giving contribution across pan India. So I'll be taking through a glimpse of Godrej, what we have done, and how the success story has been there with Godrej. Since Nitin sir mentioned that the share price has also increased, it is because of the successful launches which has actually happened in the couple of quarters, I would say last 2 quarters. So just to begin with, we had launched Godrej Tropical Isle in August last year, and it was a massive success of close to 22,000 crores of sales, which we did in Godrej Tropical Isle. Then we had the next launch, which was there in Gurgaon as well. That was Godrej Aristocrat, which again knocked up a business of 2,800 crores, becoming like one of the top-notch selling product in Gurgaon. And since the success was just not even properly celebrated, then the third launch came, which is Godrej Zenith, which closed a almost amount of 3,000 crores again. So that back-to-back mega launches has actually given a lot of boost to the share price as well. And since we are a listed company, so everything is reciprocated on the share market as well. So again, there's a very strong vision with the organization, and this year we are almost planning to do almost close to 40,000 crore of launches, because last year we knocked up a business of close to 22,800 crores, becoming India's number one real estate company. So in this success journey, I would like to welcome you all. So I'll just start with the product, and just to confirm, Nitin sir, is my screen visible? Is Godrej
Yes,
Jardinia
yes,
visible?
yes, Karan. Your voice, your screen, everything is there. It's all perfect.
Perfect. So, since I would not get into the depth of the brand because we have already discussed. Let's get to the product which we are focusing. So, if you understand Noida, so Noida Expressway has its own charm. All the major corridors, like if I talk about the DMIC, Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor, if I talk about your Eastern Periphery Expressway, or be it your Yamuna Expressway, these major corridors are going from Noida Expressway. This particular area, if I define Sector 146, it is very beautifully surrounded with all the major IT companies, like we have Samsung, we have KPMG, TCS. Right across our sector has taken almost 75-acre land bank. Then Microsoft is also has acquired approximately 7-acre land bank. Then in 135 we have Accenture, we have MetLife. So a lot of commercial, you can say, offices are already well established on the Noida Expressway. Apart from this, if I talk about the schools, so we have all the top-notch schools which are there. Like, we have the Shiv Nadir, we have Step by Step, Prometheus, all these major schools. So, this location-wise, once, the AV was running, you must have noticed that, this project is bang on the expressway. So it would be visible. And Noida market, if I talk about growth story, so, in 2021, we had launched Godrej Woods. So it started at a price of 10,000, and currently, it is trading approximately 17 and a half. So that has been a very good example in the Noida market, since the Xavier Airport has been brought to existence. Hopefully by next year, the Xavier Airport would be operational. So this has actually boosted a lot of MNCs and a lot of good developers to be inclined towards Noida, because it's very planned in terms of the connectivity, in terms of the infrastructure. If I talk about, so Noida Expressway, you have a green belt, then you have a service road, then again a green belt, then you have the sector road. So I'll come to the product, specifying all the benefits which are there. So location is always a convenience, well connected. Almost 40 minutes is the drive from our site to the Xavier Airport. So very well connected. So again, these are certain glimpse of what I have already shared earlier, that these schools, corporates, all this is within a vicinity of maximum, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. So it's a very subtle, very running location. We would love to welcome you on site, because the experience center is there. And personally, once you visit the site, the sample flat and the model is also placed. So I'll quickly brief you on certain things which are the key essential areas. So again, Godrej always, we've been one developer who has always been driven by a concept. So if I talk about our projects which are there in Noida, so Woods had an artificial, there was a forest which was constructed right at the center. So we are always driven by something which basically differs us from the rest. So there's a very unique concept which we have added. So over here we have taken the inspiration from the Garden of Versailles. Basically, the Garden of Versailles is located in the outskirts of Paris. People who have traveled to Europe, they must have experienced, because that is one of the world's biggest landscaping. It's almost spread into 30,000 acres, with almost 1,400, I would say, water fountains are there, 400 sculptures are there. It's been said that complete Europe used to be controlled from the Garden of Versailles. So it's like a landmark in itself. From there we have taken the inspiration, and we have added a lot of components to this project, because today, if you look at the market, which earlier used to happen in Noida, today the demand towards luxury is quite on the higher side. Things have changed. People are wishing to, people who are earlier residing in 3 BHK, they have the desire to move to 4 BHK. And now I can see that it has been a growth wherein the luxury has already taken an unparalleled step. And over here, we do not have any 2 BHKs. We only have 3 plus 1. and we have the 4 BHKs. So again, since Godrej, we are very limited in nature. We have certain sizes which are oversubscribed, but I'll tell you where the opportunity comes in terms of the investment. So this is the landscaping. So landscaping has been done by Integral Design. It's the same set of company who has designed Rosier Hotel in Delhi. Plus, if you have been to Kashmir, there's a resort called Khyber Resort, which has also been done by Integral Design. Very well-renowned name in terms of the architects. Hafiz Contractor is doing the architect. Okay, now coming to this particular slide, I'll be taking maximum time on this slide. So if in case there are any questions, you can put it in the chat box. If in case anything which comes up, you can just directly raise your hand as well. So this is basically the master layout, you can say, the MLP of the complete project. Um, I'll just try to see whether I can use tools. Okay. So this is basically the total land parcel. If I talk about, this is a complete area of 6.2 acre, wherein we are coming up with 5 towers. Now, if you see that, the landscaping is very uniquely designed. So almost 70% is an open space, which we have kept on the podium level. So initially we opened tower number 3, tower number 4, and tower number 5. The rare ones, which you can see, the outer facing, these are all 3 BHK in an area of 1758 square feet. The costing which we placed was approximately 2.55 to 2.85, which has been completely oversubscribed with us. Then the front unit, this particular apartment, these two set of apartments, and this apartment, this was basically 3 BHK with servant in an area of 2432, which is again oversubscribed, and we are not taking any expression of interest for the given typology. Then this corner and this particular corner are your 4 BHK in an area of 3221. We have the sample flat also ready for the 4 BHK. Now, since we had so much of demand amongst these towers, then eventually we opened tower number 1 and 2. Again, the rare ones, which you can see, the outer facing are 1758, which are again completely oversubscribed. Now, the opportunity which comes with us are the front ones. So this corner and this corner is again 4 BHK. And these two set of apartments are 3 BHK with servant premium, basically in an area of 2779 square feet. So if I talk about the difference between the both, this has extra store space, bigger balconies, and a bigger space, deck spaces altogether. Uh, this is about the tower level. So the total height of the project is of ground plus 36. There are 4 apartments on each floor. For 4 apartments, we have given 4 separate lifts. Along with that, we have the double-heighted lobbies. So since it's a podium construction, so we do not have any apartment on the ground floor. Ideally, from the third floor is the ground floor from where it is starting. Coming to the landscaping part, so this particular area section, which you can see right at the center, this is basically your open library altogether. Then these two are the circular grooves, one at this corner and the other one at this corner. So this is basically the canal. So since I told you that we have taken the inspiration from the Garden of Versailles, so we have actually added certain components which are actually into existence in Garden of Versailles. So like, it has a canal. So we have given a complete water canal feature right at the center. Then these are your basically the pathway gardens, basically handcrafted garden. These are the 2 circular grooves. So if I just jump down to this particular side, you'll have a good idea. So it basically demarks every particular section. So we have a sports zone, we have kids kingdom, wellness zone, basically categorizing into yoga, meditation. Then we have the periphery lawns, which are placed at both the corners. So again, very uniquely designed. See, my main thing to discuss all these factors is just to give you the essence that this is an ultra luxury product which we are offering in terms of the location and in terms of the product. So coming to the clubhouse. So this is basically your clubhouse. So again, clubhouse is also approximately 50,000 square feet. If I just jump down to the clubhouse features. So basically, these are the lawns which have been completely shown in the areas, bifurcated areas. So if I talk about the clubhouse, this clubhouse is spread into approximately 50,000 square feet, comprising of all the amenities. So on the ground floor, we have a banquet which can hold up to 150 people of gathering. Then we have indoor squash court, indoor badminton court is also there. Plus, we have the virtual gaming zone, then a small meeting room, a miniplex, all the major things, gym, spa, you name it, that is there in the clubhouse. Second, on the first floor, we have taken, since we are talking about the French, we're talking about the European theme altogether. So the first floor is dedicated to the opulent piano clubhouse. This club has been named as the Club Caviar, and the opulent piano club is almost spread into 16,000 square feet of area, wherein there would be a piano which would be placed at the center, and there would be private dining areas. So every day there would be a live performance which would be happening in the clubhouse. And the second floor, if you can see on the MLP, the second floor, we have given the complete pool area. So this is infinity pool overlooking the green landscaping altogether. So this is a very key essential feature which you would find almost in the luxury projects. Second, a very important factor which we have added, we have also given an indoor temperature controlled swimming pool. So if you talk about the amenities, this is like the temperature controlled swimming pool is the very first time that Godrej has offered in any of the projects in the NCR, a very unique feature. Then over here is your multi-purpose basketball and your badminton court. These are the two cricket pitch. So this is all about the landscaping area and about the structure plan. I hope everything is clear by this time. Rest, you can definitely put your questions in the box. I'll be addressing by the end of this session. Now, this is about the project which we are talking about, and since it's an investment form which we are discussing, so we'll be going specifically in terms of the numbers as well, because all in the end what we are discussing is the ROI, what is the return on the investment which you can make with Godrej. So I'll just come to the offer deck. So again, with Godrej, the best part is this project, if I talk about, this is a pre-launch. So generally what happens in the pre-launch, if I share the process, how basically it works. Yes, offer day. So how basically it works that, we first take an expression of interest. This expression of interest amount is 100% refundable. So it's not that, if in case you have given the expression of interest, you're bounded to buy Godrej. No, this is 100% refundable. And accordingly, we, roll out the priority numbers. And as per the priority, we call the customers and then we do the allotment. So again, since we are a listed, so everything happens online, like the inventory and everything that is live in front of you. 18th and 19th May, we have already decided as the allotment day. So people who are present over here, that they can come physically to the venue, which we would be disclosing very soon. Or the second option, people who are based out of India, they do not have the time. We can also do the online allotment. So, we have a lot of investments which have been driven from the NRI market. So generally they tend to, we connect with the customer on Teams and we do the allotment. So it's a very fair and very open process, which fortunately is very close around the corner. Next week is the D-Day, I would say, wherein you'll get the confirmation that whether the units have been placed or not. Coming to the offer deck, so first I'll just show you the price structure which we have kept. So this is basically the launch price, which you can see on the right side of the screen. 3 BHK, 3 BHK plus servant are completely oversubscribed. We are only taking the expression of interest for 3 BHK with servant premium one and the 4 BHK. So you'll see that, once we talk about the ROI, once we talk about the numbers, so if you compare the pricing, which would eventually be post 19th May, would be the established price for the product. That would be almost 5.28 for 3 BHK with servant premium one and 6.25. So again, if you look at the difference, there's almost more than 1 CR of difference, which you would find in both the typologies. So if I talk about, generally what we discuss is the per square feet rate. So almost this price comes up to close to 18 to 19,000 rupees per square feet. And this in pre-launch, we are currently offering approximately 14 to 15,000 rupees. Please note that, these additional charges are separate. Approximately 7.5% are the additional charges, which comprise of your GST, which is 5% on the basic. IFMS is basically your interest-free maintenance security. Is basically a sinking fund. Then we have an AMC, which is your 1 year annual maintenance cost. and plus the other, whatever your car parking, club membership, every single penny is included. So just to give you an understanding, once we talk about the costing, I'm sharing a small example with you. This is not the cost sheet for this particular project. It's just to give you an idea. So like this is an old cost sheet of 2022. Some other project, Prima, that's in Delhi. Okay, so the cost sheet which we share with the customer, or the cost sheet which you would be eventually signing. So we always talk on the box price. That this is an all-inclusive price. This comprises of all your charges like your GST, your car parking, club membership. Every single penny is included in the box price. So again, if I talk about the Godrej Jardinia, once we will be doing the allotment, whatever the price which you would be looking forward, those would be an all-inclusive price. So again, adding these certain charges, so that would closely summarize to the box price. So first and foremost, as an investment opportunity, we are getting something which is already at a rock bottom price. So that is where the investor enters, so that the appreciation should be there, and with the structure coming into the picture, then eventually things pace in a different manner. I'll show you like whatever the discounts first we have. So I'll just show you the payment plan, so that we can have an understanding that how for how long we can hold the investment, what is the exit clause, and for how long I need to go with Godrej. So this is basically a very easy go payment plan. We only have a single payment plan, which is the construction link payment plan. So if you see the initial percentage, so over here we are asking for initial 5% as the application and 5% within 15 days. So the discounts and offers are, apart from the pre-launch benefits, there are certain additional discounts as well. Like if you complete the 10% on the day of allotment, which is next week, 18th and 19th May, you get additional discount of 3 lakh rupees. So that is an added advantage, because as an investor, what we need to focus is that we get the best price, so that accordingly we can book our appreciation. So we have an additional discount of 3 lakh rupees on the completion of 10% of the unit allotment. Then this is a premium priority, which is I would say that is just valid till today, because since we are almost at the verge of getting sold out, so that is offer this offer is valid till today, 12th of May, wherein you get additional discount of 5 lakh rupees. So as per the typologies, 15 lakhs rupees you need to remit apart from the EOI amount, and 20 lakh you need to remit apart from the 10 lakh rupees. So this amount, basically whatever you are remitting in terms of the premium priority, that would be adjusted in your base cost. It's not a separate cost, so don't get confused with that. It would be adjusted once you come for the allotment. This complete amount would be adjusted into the final 10%. So again, that's an added benefit which we have done, and it's exclusively for the 4 BHK. That is a 15 lakh rupees of discount. So now if I talk about summarize all the discounts, so we have 15 lakh rupees as a 4 BHK upgrade discount. Then we have 5 lakh rupees for the premium priority, and then we have 3 lakh rupees for the pay more, save more. So all in all, approximately 23 lakh rupees of discounts we are talking on the 4 BHK. So now if I come to the pricing part, so you deduct 23 lakh rupees from the base price or from the maximum price. Okay, just to give you an idea, you see almost 50 lakh rupees of difference is there. The price range is starting from 4.95 going up to 5.55. So basically these price gap, 50 lakh rupees of gap, is as per the floor PLCs. So there's a floor wise bands which we have, like we have 1 to 9, then we have 10 to 18, then we have 19 to 26, and then we have 27 to 36. So basically, if you go towards the higher side of the floors, the price might be on the lower side. If you go for the peak inventory, which is between 10 to 18, or the lower inventories, so that would be might be on the higher side. So now you can do a quick calculation that you deduct another 23 lakh rupees from this amount at 7%. So almost it's less than 5 CR. Believe me, there is nothing available in terms of luxury on the expressway. And how the market is progressing, how things have been planned in Noida, it's almost going to be double what we are looking at. So what we are holding for you right now is that as an investment opportunity, so we have a very a very easy and a very convenient payment plan. First, we have post 20% the first transfer is absolutely free. So there is no restriction that you cannot sell the property. What is the exit clause? So this basically summarizes everything that post 20% you can sell it at any point of time. However, the payment plan, if I go as per the payment plan, so I generally suggest, holding the property till 40, 45, 50% actually gives you almost, almost somewhat one third or one fourth of the appreciation. So currently the established rate, which we would be setting in the market post 19th May, would be 6.25 for the 4 BHK, which is currently offered at 4.95 plus minus, I would say, 23 lakh rupees of discount. So again, it is a very right time to enter in terms of the pre-launch and in terms of the pricing factor. Then, once you hold the property, if I talk about an all-inclusive price, let's say, I believe that, your all-inclusive price comes to 5 CR or 5.2 CR. So almost 40% of the payment which we're looking at, that is the principal amount of 2 CR. And the amount of appreciation, if I talk about, so almost 3,500 rupees of appreciation you can witness within next couple of days. Hopefully, I would say the 20th May would be the established launch price. So that is one advantage. Second, once the structure is moving, and these days the Noida market is also evolving very aggressively. Like 150 was one sector wherein it opened at a price of 3,500 to 4,000, and currently the market is trading between 12 to 16,000. So the growth story lies within. So what we are looking at post like 40%, if we get a good appreciation of 5 to 6,000, that would give us a lot of boost. So 2 CR is the investment which we are keeping in a time frame. If I talk about the the time frame, so 75 days, this is somewhat would be done in August 24. Excavation somewhat in November, I would say November 24. And the completion of raft, I believe, because it's a big process. We have to do -2, -1 and the ground. So I believe this would give you ample 6-7 months of time frame for the next demand. So over here we have the transaction time frame to rotate it in the market. And bare minimum appreciation, if I talk about, because the appreciation which happens, that is in terms of the per square feet. So the size which we're looking at, that is 4 BHK 3221. And the less, I would say, we are looking at an appreciation of close to 6 to 7,000. But bare minimum, if I just reduce the number, just to be on a hypothetical situation, that if in case we are able to get 3,000 rupees of premium or 4,000 rupees of premium, so we are good talking about a handsome amount of close to 1.25 to 1.3 CR. So 1,000 rupees of appreciation on the given area of 3221 almost summarizes to 32 lakh. 4,000 rupees of appreciation would eventually give us a good appreciation to close to 1.2 to 1.3 CR. So again, what we do as a real estate investment in checklist, first we talk about the locations. Location, this is bang on the expressway. There are very handful projects which are actually on the main expressway. Again, I would say the same thing which Nitin sir also mentioned in the initial. People who are who are available in Noida, please get your site visit booked, and you can definitely get in touch with me directly as well, since I'm a part of Godrej, and almost this is my 9th launch which I'm doing. So a big opportunity lies it lies right in front of you, wherein you can grab it. And this is not something I would say it's going to last for another 1 month or 2 months. This time where this point where we have connected, the best part which for us is that next week is the allotment. So it's not a long time frame, a very short and limited time frame. So whatever the questions, whatever the doubts which would be there, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm available at site, and if in case you want to do a personal video conference call as well, that can also be arranged with a complete project walkthrough in depth. If in case you're specifically looking for your own end use as well, so we can do that as well. So I would summarize everything right now, and I would love to welcome all the queries and the doubts which are there. So I would call Mr. Nitin sir, if you can just summarize everything, and just let me know if anything further needs to be added. Over to you, Nitin sir.
Sure, Karan. Thanks a lot for your time. A lot of insights about the project, and I'm sure everyone who is present would be more keen to get more information. So if anyone has any question, I can see a few of them. So let me see. Nikhil Mehta ji is asking how much is the super. So what current we'll do is now, I think as the questions keep on coming, whatever questions we can address some of them now. And I would
Sure.
also strongly encourage people to come over to the site. Whatever is being said, experience for yourself. There is a wonderful experience center that is now there at the site. So come and see it for yourself. And if you have a little futuristic vision, I'm sure you'll be very much aligned to what has been discussed on this call. So, Karan, first question is from Nikhil Mehta ji. How much is super area and how much is the carpet area?
Okay, Nikhil, sir, a very good question, I would say, first and foremost. And if I talk about the layout, I'll just simply show you the layout. So if you look at this is a particular layout for the 4 BHK, right? You have the entrance area, you have the foyer space. Now, if I talk about the super in the carpet area, so whatever we always, since we are Godrej, so we completely mention that on your layouts and everything. So the total efficiency basically which we talk about is the loading part. So there is net to net 30% of loading, because if you go ahead, if you add 159.26 plus 50.4 50.49 159.2 159.26 plus 50.49. So the total area comes up to 209.75. Basically, the carpet is wherein that is wall to wall internal, and rest the exclusive area is the balcony area. So it net comes up to 209.75, and if you multiply it by 10.76, so it comes up to 2256. So if you calculate 3221 minus 30% of loading, so effectively, the net area which you get, that is of 2254 square feet. I hope this answers my question.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I think people are still grasping the information. I think a lot of information has been shared. So, just Karan, one more thing I just wanted to check. So, apart from the in terms of offer that is available to the client right now, so except for the premium offer, I think client have the options to go for the pre-launch price and before the launch, right, which is on 19th.
Right, sir. So
Okay.
I'll just quickly, if in case required, I'll just show you the slide once again. So this is your price. So post-launch, this would be the pricing. Pre-launch, we have this opportunity right in front of us. So almost 1 year of cap.
Right. All right. I just wanted to assure because the premium priority, as you rightly mentioned, that is only available till today.
Till today, yes.
Right. So, I mean, I don't see any more questions. So, I would strongly encourage you to come over to the site. So the site is open today. And in case anyone is not available, I would strongly encourage you to plan your visits. Karan will be there to help you with information. In fact, sorry, one more question has come. Let me see. So Sandeep Kurmaji is asking any other payment plans like 20?
No, so we only have the construction link payment plan because we have a very uniform way to address thing. So it's only construction link which is available with us.
Absolutely. And just to elaborate on the payment plan, Sandeep ji, basically Godrej has this, I mean, though it looks like construction link, which is what it is, but every year if you divide it into a simpler way, so every year the outflow will be roughly 30-35%. So it's kind of spread out, every like over the next 3.5, 4 years, you will be paying maybe 30% in the first year, then similar amount 25 to 30 next year. So that is how you can look at the payment plan. So what some people do is, if you can offer say 30% equity, so you don't have to take the loan right away. You can go with the construction what you can pay, and then later on you can go for a loan. So that's about the payment plan. All
So
right.
we have one more question confirming the delivery time. So as per the RERA, we have received the RERA on 8th of April 2024, and our delivery date is 2028. So we have kept a timeline for only 4 years with us.
Yes, that's right. So 4 years is the delivery timing.
Yes, and one more thing I would like to add, since we are talking about Godrej, so we also have a tie-up with the Godrej Housing Finance, since that's a sister concern company with us. So there are certain exclusive monthly installment payment plans which are also there For that, I would request anybody who would be interested, you can just get in touch one-on-one with the housing finance. So there are a lot of things which are within Godrej for you to help you out.
Right. All right, Karan, I think it has been a very informative session. I would request, as I mentioned earlier, please come over to the site, have a one-to-one discussion, because what we are seeing now is even these locations which are bang on expressway next to metro, so they'll become as we go along. Like right now, what we're seeing at the start of the expressway, things have become unaffordable. So it's a good opportunity to come over, see, look at the site, look at the entire experience that Godrej has created. And thank you again for your time on a Sunday afternoon. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And Karan, thank you so much for your time as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All the best, everyone. Anything which comes up, please feel free to reach out.
Sure. Sure. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.